Spanish football broadcaster, friend of the show, Alvaro Romeo, joins us. Hi, Alvaro.
Hello, guys. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad.
Year.
And Happy New Year to you too.
Yeah.
So, a couple of things. Let's start maybe with a couple of domestic stories from our point of view. Trent Alexander-Arnold. This classic Real Madrid playbook country. As they start talking up a player they would like. Look, they can have him in the summer. What are the chances, you think, of them sort of really pushing to get him in January?
I think it's going to be difficult. I believe that Real Madrid will be happy to pay 15-20 million and get him right now, especially because Dani Carvajal is out for the remainder of the season. But it's been Real Madrid's style lately to wait until the player's contract is over just to bring him in. So there is a chance that Real Madrid will wait until June. But yes, if Liverpool could accept a fee in the region of, let's say, something that Real Madrid wouldn't consider too expensive, 15-20 million, then Real Madrid would be happy to get him now. But yes, he's a target for Real Madrid, not necessarily for now. If it could be for now, it would be fine. But if it is for the next season, then so be it.
Even from the player's point of view, he wants to be the best version of himself, and that would mean, knowing where he's going, sorting out a house, sorting out all those things you need to do, settling himself
Don't really want to be doing that
just slunging in January. Also, I'm sure he wants to have a bit of a goodbye from Liverpool. I think most Liverpool fans will appreciate that he's a young guy with a great opportunity to do something.
They could win the league, they could win the Champions
League.
They're playing as well as anybody in Europe.
He could go out with a couple of medals, maybe one at Real Madrid's expense. So even from his point of view, it's not all one-way traffic, Alvaro, is it?
No, it's not. And let's don't forget that Trent Alexander-Arnold has a lot to play for at Liverpool still, like 20-25 games. The possibility of becoming one of the legends of Liverpool by winning the second Champions League in there. I see the point of Real Madrid. If they can get the player right now, they will. But again, Trent Alexander-Arnold is going to be as valuable in June as he is now. And he knows that probably Liverpool fans are going to be really, really angry if he departs in the middle of the season. Not so much if at the end of the season he says, look, my time here is over, but I was here until the end of the season and I helped you win this trophy. So, yeah, I see probably Trent Alexander-Arnold, if anything, playing for Real Madrid the next season. I find it a little bit unlikely that he does it now. Also because Real Madrid normally doesn't push a lot to buy players in January. They haven't done it since, the times of Jan-Klaas Huntelaar, Fernando Gago, and that was 10 years ago, easily.
We should talk about Dani Olmo and Pau Victor as well. They can't get these players registered currently. Olmo is the sort of, the bigger name, of course.
But how have they got into this position?
Yeah, I mean, it's sort of, I know it probably is quite complicated, but they can't register Olmo or Victor, so La Liga won't allow them to. And I think today is the deadline. So where are we at, Alvaro?
It's a very complex thing. I don't know how much we've got, probably not much. But basically, as you said, Barcelona doesn't have the allowance to register them both. And the club needs to bring in more money to be within La Liga's salary. Now, Barcelona has asked the Spanish FA, not La Liga, but the Spanish FA, to be able to re-register the players, to activate the registration paper again, so they can play the Super Cup, which is coming in 7 days, and that will be a provisional fix. In the meantime, the club will rush to find more money, such as selling the VIP seats of a ground that is not open yet. Let's not forget that. So it will be everything up in the air, volatile. It sounds a little bit like a smoke selling, but they have to find a source of income very quickly. Otherwise, Olmo and Pau Victor won't be registered. And I don't think La Liga is going to cut a slack for them, because La Liga didn't let Barcelona register Messi in 2021. I mean, and for La Liga, it was a huge loss. The TV rights weren't or are not as good if Messi is not in La Liga, and yet they let Messi go. So, it's a difficult one, but we have to question the president very strongly here, because he has had the time since August to find a credible source of income, and he hasn't done it. It's been ridiculous, because the only thing he had to do from August onward, and we all knew about that, was to find a source of income to register Dani Olmo, and by extension, Pau Victor. And he hasn't achieved it. It's a joke, really. I'm sorry to express myself with such vocality, if the word exists, but it's true.
Yeah, no, I can completely understand it. Could Olmo potentially go on loan? There's been some talk about a possible Premier League loan while they sort this out. I mean, what are the possibilities of that, Alvaro?
Well, the possibilities will be there are a few. He could leave the club right now if he decides to go. He could also go on loan. I believe that, and this is just an intuition of mine, all right? This is a player who left very early Barcelona at the age of 16, 17. He moved to Croatia and he made a career starting there in Croatia. But he's a long-time Barcelona fan. He's a local boy. So him being at Barcelona, for him, being at Barcelona is a long-time dream. So I think that he will make an effort to stay at Barcelona. Will he accept a loan move? I think that this will be the most reasonable thing, because let's don't forget that the fact that he doesn't get registered in La Liga has repercussions for him as well. He wouldn't be able to play the Champions League, and he wouldn't be able to play the competitions of the Spanish FA, such as the Cup in the long run, or even international competitions with Spain. This is what the paper said right now. So can Dani Olmo, at the age of 26, almost 27, afford to miss 6 months of competitive football? I don't think so. So my opinion is that probably he will stay at Barcelona. In fact, on the 1st of January, he tweeted something like "Love Barcelona" or something like that with a picture. He's a long-time fanboy of Barcelona. So probably a departure on loan will be the most reasonable thing to do if Barcelona cannot find that extra source of income very soon.
I just want to ask you about this. I mean, pulling all these, we hear about these economic levers. They've sold their TV rights for the next 100 years and all this sort of thing.
Yeah.
Aren't they storing up a load of trouble for themselves down the road? You can't keep using the money that you're going to get in the future to spend now. That can't be right.
No, it's not right. And look, number one, every time Barcelona tries to negotiate a new contract with whoever, that whoever knows that Barcelona is in need. Therefore, that puts you in a very weak position just to negotiate whatever source of income you want to get. And number two, and more importantly, what about every other footballer from now on? They will think, why should I go to Barcelona? Because yes, they can pay me, but I don't know whether I'm going to be registered. And this has been the story of Barcelona for the last 3 seasons. So a footballer will say, should I go to Manchester City? Should I go to Chelsea? Or should I go to Barcelona? At least I know that Manchester City and Chelsea can register me straight away. With Barcelona, I have to wait. And there have been a few cases of players who have to wait until early September to play for Barcelona, and they spent August training, but not being able to play. This doesn't look good in the future, in the long run, and it doesn't look good either moving ahead, because Lamine Yamal or Casado, another fantastic product of La Masia, need to sign contract extensions, and they will ask for a lot of money because they are very good. And Barcelona at this moment is not in the position to offer a lot of money.
We're out of time, Alvaro, but very quickly, about 30 seconds if you can, on Marcus Rashford. It seems that he would like to go to Spain, are the reports. It looks like Real Madrid, I think they've got enough players cutting in from the left, as we said earlier on. Barcelona, it's a basket case at the moment. That's probably not great. What about Atletico? Where could be a possible home for him?
I think that, honestly, probably this is one of these stories that will pop up in winter, now in the transfer window. But I find it very difficult that Atletico de Madrid will go for Rashford, because they made a huge investment just signing 2 strikers in summer, like Sorloth and Julian Alvarez. And I don't think that Atletico right now needs a player like Rashford. And then from the other 17 clubs of La Liga, none of them can pay the salary expectations that Marcus Rashford will have. So I find it very unlikely, to be honest.
Wow. Good stuff, Alvaro.
Thanks, Alvaro.
Appreciate it. Thanks very much.
Thank you, as ever.
That's Alvaro Romeo. We'll keep an eye on what's going on with Dani Olmo. You're right. It is a nut situation. You hear the frustration. They are just kicking the can down the road, aren't they, really?
Paul Hawksby and Andy Jacobs, Monday to Friday afternoons 1 till 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.